Hey everyone, welcome to Velvet Ropes on Wrestling News Co. I'm your host, SoCal Val, and today's guest is one of my personal favorites. She's a grown ass woman. She's a WWE legend. She's one of the best of all time, if not the best. Ladies and gentlemen, Lisa Marie Varon Direct is directly here right now.
I'm directly here. Yeah. Thanks for plugging
Quick
that in.
plug,
Because
LisaMarieVaronDirect.com. You're going to want to talk merch eventually. You know you guys want the merch. Come on.
merch, LisaMarieVaronDirect.com. Yes, the hat I wore on TNA BFG.
Oh my gosh, perfect. I was going to ask you, that does look familiar. This is the actual hat. You're not selling that hat.
I am.
I kind of want to.
And the dress and the shoes that I threw out too.
Oh my god, that you threw out. Well, we have to talk about it. Let's talk about TNA Wrestling, Bound for Glory. The Hall of Fame was just so memorable and so much fun. But first of all, just walk us through, Lisa. Like, what was it like going back there? What was the vibe backstage? Tell us how you ended up inducting Mickie James into the Hall of Fame, because we had her on the show, guys. If you're watching on YouTube, and you should be subscribing and liking, go watch Mickie James episode. She talked all about how excited she was for you to induct her, and she revealed it on the show, which was so sweet of her. But she was really touched that you said yes and that were up to do it.
And I was actually shocked at her reaction when I called her, of course, what Tommy Dreamer sent me a text message. Hey, crazy lady. Mickey's getting inducted to TNA and she wants you to induct her. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God. So of course, since I have the WWE Legends contract, I immediately called WWE. Is it okay that I induct her? And they're like, oh my gosh, congratulations. That's amazing. And they were so, open arms. And, I get, since they have like, they work together.
Yeah,
TNA and
just
WWE, I know. It's terrific. Yeah. And they called me like a week, like maybe 8 days before, which I don't have a dress, I don't have shoe. And then yeah, all this stuff, and I'm like trying to order stuff online. I just got a dress that I had made yesterday.
oh wow.
Yeah, is that
That's like being unprepared for the prom. Like, people don't understand how serious they'll, because that's the first question I asked Mickie. I'm of course a fashion girl. So I said, "What are you wearing? What are you thinking about your makeup and your hair?" And it's a big
oh
deal.
my gosh. So, oh my God, Val. So I went to David's Bridal thinking for sure I'm gonna find a dress there. Nothing. It was all like
Formal.
the material you have to iron. And I was like, oh no. And I don't land until 11 o'clock the night before Bound for Glory. And I go, let's screw it. Let's go to the mall. Thank God it was homecoming season.
Oh, there you go. I love a gown.
The teeny bopper kind of stores, and I go, why are all these prom dresses on the wall? And they're like, oh, it's homecoming. And I go, oh my gosh. And so the line to go to to try it on, I just put it over my clothes. And the lady goes, hey, you're not allowed to do that. And I go, that line is ridiculous. I got to get out of here. I got to go get shoes now.
It's
And
an
I go,
event.
and I said, don't worry, I'm buying it if it fits. She goes, well, yeah, once you put it on. And I'm like, well, what are the dressing room? If it doesn't fit, you put it back on the shelf. But anyways, got a dress, but two colors, one red and one black, just in case.
Yeah.
And I ordered, oh my God, gazillion cowboy hats because I didn't know which ones go with the dress.
Right.
And some jewelry and all that kind of stuff. And when you're not prepared, you're not prepared, Val.
Yeah.
It's nerve-wracking. And to get to the hotel at 11 o'clock, God bless this girl, Michaela. She picked me up and it took 2.5 hours to get my bag. So going to sleep at 1:30 when we're in I'm in my 50s, about to turn 55. I need my rest and
Yeah.
bags and not look exhausted, right?
You're coming all the way from California as well, so that's
The time difference.
yeah.
The time difference. Yeah. And you're like, oh, don't worry, you can sleep in. You don't have to be there until 11. Oh, that's 3 hours. Don't forget I have to get picked up. So I get there. I am a nervous wreck, and you know me. Um, I get super nervous. I already, thank God Jazz was there, Tracy Brooks. Um, you know, uh, the girls that and Mickie showed up. She had a gig the night before in Kansas.
Yeah, she had a show. We actually discussed that. It was, yeah, a really, really big weekend for her.
Yeah, she got there at 3:30. The show starts at 6.
Gosh.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. But anyways, you know me, not to be graphic or anything. I did throw up a couple times because I was just
No.
so nervous. I was so nervous. give me a wrestling match. I'm still nervous on that, but it's much easier than speaking. And, I didn't memorize I just had bullet points down, like, I didn't write them down, but I had a speech written down, and I was like, "There's no way I'll be able to look at this paper anyways because I am blind, you guys all know I can't see crap." And, I honestly, Mickie was just going, "You okay? You got this?" And I'm like, "No, are you okay? I'm inducting you." And I went out there and, I'm not a big fan of people reading. TNA doesn't have a teleprompter. I wish they would get a teleprompter.
Yeah.
But probably wouldn't be able to see it anyways because I'm
Yeah.
so blind.
But as a host, like, there's when it's a long thing to do, like, without a prompter, my god, may God be with you. It's re even if you're
Yeah.
used to listening or speaking, it is really, really tough.
Yeah, and also too, don't forget, it's like, okay, so I'm walking backstage and I'm like, I'm trying to stay away from people because I'm a loner. I'm so used to being home alone, unless I do a convention. But I was trying to go away, so I'm just my energy, the
So,
energy. Yes, yes. And, I remember Alicia Fox coming up and she goes, "When are you gonna get your makeup done?" I go, "What? It's done. Oh my god." And I didn't even look at myself. I'm so trusting on the makeup artist and I go, "Oh, I do look too natural." So I piled on my Kim Kardashian style,
for
right?
TV, people don't realize that. You have to
You
almost
have to put heavy,
yeah.
heavy, not bridal. It's not a bridal.
When they say natural, I'm like, "What will you watch your language and
No.
what you're doing?" Natural?
Yeah, I'm not into natural at all.
See,
And
Tracy's the opposite. Tracy said just to give you guys some hot goss. We'll have to have Tracy out here. She was like, "Yeah, I heard that one of the makeup artists, does more natural look." I was like, "Tracy, we are so opposite. I'd go to the one that's like, 'Do you work on drag queens? Perfect. Let's rock this.'"
exactly. But I
You know what I
saw
mean?
the girl working on Tracy and I go, "Ooh, yeah, I like that." I'm like, "Ooh, that's my girl," because they assign you to the makeup artist, right? Yes, it's
Yeah,
different these days. And I it was just and then I didn't even look at my face because I was so worried about speaking and all that kind of stuff.
sure.
And I just remember like before going out, and I'm like, I tripped on my heels coming out, and I go, "This is ridiculous." Like I said, I'm a tomboy. You're gonna put some dresses on me, and it's just I'm not comfortable. I'd rather go out there in wrestling gear, and wrestling boots, and I should have got some like little ballet slippers. But I kept on tripping on the way. I go, these are not going to work out,
And
and I'm just like I'm finicky when I see people read a speech. It's just not very sincere to me. No offense to anybody else. I'm not saying that they did wrong. I think they wanted to remind themselves who to thank
yeah,
and all that kind of stuff. You don't want to skip anyone. But I just had all this stuff in my dress, my glasses, my paper. I I don't even know what else was in there. There was something else in there. I when I took my dress off, I go, "What's this doing in here?" But I just wanted to speak from the heart. And you know me, I am a mush and I cry like that. I cry like that. And there was
it's
so
an emotional moment. We're so proud.
yes.
I was emotional when I even heard. Yeah.
Yeah, and I did wanna, mention what I forgot to say. It's like, "Let's try to get Mickie and Val on board to bring GAW TV back." And I was like, "The girl" okay, also too here's my hairband. The girl is jumping up and down like this because 'cause I'm going over on time, and I go, "I didn't even see anything yet." So it was distracting me, and I was like, "Am I even making sense?" But I was like Mickie was happy. Um, you know, I'm not gonna watch it back. I'm uncomfortable watching it back, but, you know,
Oh, you should. It was great. I was up at 4 a.m. And again, you guys that are here on Wrestling News Co. And thank you for having me, Wrestling News Co. Because I got
yeah,
to watch the show.
so
Also, thanks to Triller, they were tremendous to hook me up as well. And I had Taryn Terrell on, and it was 4 a.m. for me in Scotland after Comic Con. She and I loved the show. Like we were like, we are wrestling fans again. We were like, and we had so much fun watching. But honestly, you have everything to be proud of and nothing to be worried about if you watch it back. You looked beautiful. You and Mickey both the speeches were, like, really, like, nicely timed. I didn't think anyone rambled or went over. I thought it was great. Same with Velvet and Angelina, by the way. We had Velvet on as well, another plug for Wrestling News Co. And,
yeah.
I text her after. I said, "Girl," I said, "First of all, thanks for the interview. She was so nice, so complimentary to me, but she didn't have to be." But I was like, "Girl, this is your moment." I said, "Do me a favor, though, and relax and enjoy it. Don't overthink it. Just have a great time." And she and Angelina looked beautiful. They sounded great. But isn't this
And
cool? Lisa, that just a Hall
they
of
look
Fame.
better than they looked back in the day. I go, "What the how the heck are you not aging? What?"
I don't know. They're going to that Benjamin Button school, I'm telling you. But I'll
I
tell you
did
what.
miss the thing I did miss though, um, I'm gonna get mushy again. You, Val, you're
Oh,
a big
buddy!
you're a big part of TNA.
Oh, thank you, buddy.
Being there at like
I
5 AM,
if I knew.
you guys have no idea. She never got to leave the show early. She had to
Yeah.
stay and film and interview and all that kind of stuff. She worked her ass off, and I was
Oh,
like,
thanks, man.
"Man, I wish you were there."
I did
I
too.
I wanted to Vox you, but I was like, "Vox, we're so old."
Yeah. We should
So
add to Voxer. We're still rocking Voxer.
yeah,
We
seriously.
got Voxer sponsor. But thank you so much for saying that. It was I felt like I was there because I was talking to you, I was talking to Mickie, I was talking to Tracy about like, you know me, I'm the fashion one. So I was like, oh, what are you gonna wear? And I felt like I was there to be able to watch it, even though it was super late at night. I was very emotional. There's a footage. I don't know if I have it. Gilbert, who's works with Mickie, he was one of our buddies. He was showing me crying during it because I just got so emotional. Not like weeping, but just like a little, some tears. And the Dudleys and the Hardys, I cried for that too. Like I just, all the nostalgia was flowing. But I have to ask you, just being, such a beacon of positivity in the female wrestling industry, you've got to appreciate more than anybody what it meant for TNA wrestling. Kudos to them. Well done to them for putting the knockouts, continuing to put the knockouts in the spotlight where they deserve to be, right? Especially in a Hall of Fame setting. I thought that was super well done. Chef's kiss.
Yes, and I custom made that belt, the TNA belt, which is right here. It's for sale on LisaMarieVaronDirect.com.
It's on LisaMarieVeraDirect.com.
Uh, exactly, that's it. And I was like, you know what? Like I wish I w- I wish they had a ring. You know what I mean? Like a ring to put on.
Oh,
And like
kind of jewelry's needed. Yeah.
something, not just a plaque. And I was like, oh my God. And I gave it to her and she goes, oh, oh. And I go, this is for you. You can have it. She goes, I don't have this one. And I think ODB recognized, she goes, she was said she doesn't have that one. And I go, no, you can keep it. You can keep it. And yeah, it was just, it's a whirlwind. I feel like we got back to our Mickie and I had to do a signing at the end. Angelina and Velvet did too, and a couple of the superstars there. And we didn't get back to our hotel till 2, and then we had 2 hours sleep. We both slept through our flight. Oh my god, it was just like when I got back, I felt like I just got it. I felt my body. I was just like I didn't even wrestle, and I'm like, what is wrong with me? And
It's a
it was
big
just,
weekend.
uh,
Yeah.
just a lot of pressure. You know what I mean? You want to put praise. Like Mickie has like is a trailblazer. Little girls want to be her when they grow up, and she just set the record high for the new talent coming up. Not just women,
No.
men too. To
Yeah.
step it up. You don't get to be okay, I'm comfortable as is. You need to get better and better, improve yourself. You know what I mean?
Very
And it can
well said.
become dangerous. It can becomes dangerous when people start getting hurt, you know?
This is the thing. Yes. And we're actually there. A couple questions I had just about current events in wrestling. We're going to get to injuries. Actually, a lot of injuries have happened lately. So we'll get to that as well. But so, final question regarding TNA Wrestling's historic Bound for Glory, the Hall of Fame. There are so many names that have not yet gone into the Hall of Fame, so many to choose from. But who do you want to see in future TNA Wrestling Hall of Fames? Who and why?
Well, ODB, of course. I think she's one of the originals, just like Tracy Brooks. You know what I mean? There's so many names. How do you pinpoint, you know, like AJ Styles, like there's such that era of wrestling when we were there, superstars from first match all the way to the end. Even the dark matches at the end and at the beginning.
Yes.
There's so much talent there. Christopher Daniels, like just Kazarian, like there's just so
Those are the
it's
people to me that, like, are TNA, like, are the
exactly.
TNA of TNA, right? And then you think about the tag teams that could be inducted and the legends, like, there's so much room for more Hall of Famers, and I just love that, again, that they dedicated this one to the females. They could potentially do an all tag team Hall of Fame next year. I love that they're kind of doing it. Maybe they'll continue with the themes, you never know.
You never know. It's always a guess for us too. I think they're like, hey, who's people are trying to get the scoop. I'm finding out things from the fans.
Yeah.
Did you know this person could be there? I go, no, I had no idea. Oh, I just saw it on Twitter, and I'm like, we're
They
so
don't want to treat legit.
it's a lot. It's a lot. You know what I mean? But
But
you know, I'm just happy that Mickie, freaking A. You remember when I went back on I'm thinking that she's retiring.
Yes.
I fell for it. And I was crying, thinking it's a retirement match. I don't like to know scoop. I don't like to know what matches are gonna I like to watch as a fan. I don't wanna know what's gonna happen. And of course I fell for it. And I'm a mush. Like when it comes to like close our close friends, you're so proud. You're like, you know what I mean? There's no jealousy, there's no bitterness, nothing. We're just so proud of our friends and our sisters and our brothers and stuff like that. You're just like going, man, I got to share a ring with that person, you know what I mean? And but, like Mickie was like, she just went off the charts of setting the record high, not being stable you know, it's becoming dangerous in the ring now.
Yeah,
People are trying to step it up a little too much. You know what I mean? It's scary to watch sometimes,
very true.
you know?
Well, Lisa, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts on TNA Bound for Glory. Again, I was so honored that I got to watch. Thank you for Wrestling News Co. You guys go back and watch that BFG post show with the hot mess Taryn Terrell, and go watch Lisa, go watch Mickie, and celebrate the beautiful people and Mickie. And it was a fantastic pay per view. Just a little shout out to our friends at Triller. You can watch through them. That's how I watched, and I had such a great time. Lisa, thanks for being here. I know we've got more to discuss when it comes to current events in wrestling, but we had to give you the scoop, the
Yeah.
backstage goss on TNA Wrestling.
The goss. The goss.
Goss.
Yes.
We'll see you guys next time. Do not forget to subscribe here on Wrestling News Co.